you're putting real life shit, because we all know, I think every black woman, there was a scene in this movie where you could be like, oh, that shit has happened to me before.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance. With that being said, You People just dropped last Friday.
What y'all think?
Yeah, man. KC, go ahead. Let me know what you think of the movie.
As announced on a previous episode, I love rom-coms. I know some people are like, oh, they're so predictable. I liked it. I like rom-coms for the predictability. I think other movies are like, suspense, action. You never know what's going to happen. I like rom-coms because I like to know that, like, oh, this is about to happen. Just wait. I enjoyed this movie because I don't think we as black people have a lot of rom-coms that are like black central kind of vibes. I don't think we have a couple, but we don't have a lot of like leading rom-com movies. I also like Jonah Hill. I think he's hilarious. I liked him when he was skinny, fat. Like, I think he's just naturally funny. Lauren London, I'm glad to see her on the big screen again.
Oh, good to see her again.
Good to see her.
Following Nip, I think she's been very open about her journey.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
They thinned her out on the posters.
What do you mean?
I didn't like that. They made her look thinner on the posters because she was looking nice and thick in that. She was like thick. She was looking good. And they made her look bad skinny in the poster. I was like, what are they disrespecting Lauren London like that? But good for her. I'm happy. I'm happy
yeah,
she was.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Why do you think it was okay? I've been asking everybody who thinks it's like, meh. I've been asking.
It was like I think it wasn't as romantic as it should have been, and it wasn't as funny as it I feel like it wasn't as funny as I was expecting it to be. And I didn't really have like high expectations for like the level of comedy. I just thought like Eddie Murphy, like they had funny stuff in it, but they didn't lean into it. Like Eddie Murphy's interaction with his son in the beginning, shit was hilarious. Yeah. He should have been more. Yeah. I don't know why he wasn't at the family dinner.
Who? His son?
The brother. He wasn't at the family dinner.
He's talking about Mike Epps.
No, I'm talking about Lauryn Hill's brother. I'm talking about Taco.
Lauren London.
Lauren London's brother.
Well, that's because it was
son, Eddie Murphy's son.
Was the daughter at
the daughter was the Jonah Hill's sister was there.
The daughter lived there. The daughter lived with him.
Yeah, she lived
there. But I was like, I feel like that interaction was a good interaction to have continue in the movie. Because even when they was on the plane together, they was funny together. I think they should continue that. But I just thought like all the white people were just super dumb, and all the black people I felt like were just assholes. I felt like Eddie Murphy was like not funny, but just an asshole. And I feel like he could have been a funnier asshole. Like he wasn't. He didn't come off as a funny asshole. He was taking it serious, so it just seemed like he was an asshole. If you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So I mean, and like I get how the mom was dumb as hell, but like
clueless.
She was just completely clueless, just mad ignorant. So like I don't know. I thought it could have been funny, but I love Jonah Hill in it. I thought he was great. Shout out to the boy Schultz.
Shout out to Schultz. Schultz made the movie. I really, honestly, I was laughing.
Yeah, I was laughing too, but I
was
thought
laughing from the jump when Eddie Murphy said, "How come everybody in here got curly hair? I'm the only nigga in here."
I was just like,
that's what I was talking about. If he was like that the whole time, I would have thought it was hilarious.
But I thought he really had his moments, like the part where niggas in Paris came on in the car. And
I love that scene. He's like, who's in Paris though?
He's like, who?
Yeah, I mean, but that's just like an old joke.
You know what I'm saying?
I just thought that was an old joke.
My thing is, so I've like spoken to several people about it, and one person mentioned, because I made sure I like remembered this so I could bring it up. But one person was like, I didn't like how black women were disrespected in this film. And I'm gonna say this, like, you're entitled to your opinion and like what you think, so I'm not gonna sway you or whatever. But I think, in my opinion, because there was a lot of, this person I think was mainly talking about like how there's a woman of color, not necessarily with a black man, right? I think when you see black women not with a man of color, it's not in a spiteful way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and
Yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah.
all women, but I'm saying for the most part, like women who I've openly had conversations with and have named, like, no, I don't date black men. It's not in a sense of they didn't try. It's like, nope, I tried. Niggas ain't shit. And so I stepped out my race.
And you saw that in the beginning of the movie, because
Yeah. And
That
she
don't make
definitely,
no
she was
sense to
dating
me.
a black guy. And she even named like,
Yeah.
this wasn't something I like purposely wanted to get into. It just happened.
That's the whole. That was the whole conflict of the movie. The whole. So she just did like the whole premise of the movie, because that don't make no
Well,
sense.
he hated it. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't like because he.
Mhm.
oh nigga, get the fuck out of here.
I
Come on,
think I think he was more so like the self-hate though. But I think I know the person who wrote it. So it was Jonah and the guy who did
Kenya
Blackish and
Barris.
Black as Fuck.
Yeah, Kenya Barris. Yeah.
That is
Kenya
his
Barris.
angle. Like he likes to over exaggerate real shit that like we have experienced.
Yeah, he's
so it
gonna
may
talk
seem
about race. He's
Yeah.
gonna talk about race. That's all he
And-
do is talk about
I
race.
also
But I
find
think
it
I
funny.
like how he does it in a sense of like you're putting real life shit because we all know. I think every black woman there was a scene in this movie where you could be like, oh, that shit has happened to me before. Like the hair shit. The hair shit is real small, and it's just like, oh, what? So what are these called? Are these singles, feed-ins? Like we've
So
all
I-
experienced that. Can I touch
Yeah.
it? Like,
Because it's
yeah.
so I seen on TikTok people were talking about how Lauren London shouldn't have cussed out I don't know the mom's name.
She ain't
I
even
know
cuss
the
out
actress.
though.
Huh?
That's the thing.
She told her
She
about
was
herself.
very eloquent.
Yeah,
was
but
very
she
eloquent.
needed to.
Yeah, so I was seeing people say, "Oh, well, she was trying this." I was like, "That's not the point. It wasn't the point that she was trying to know. It's not that she was trying. She thought she knew because she looked it up.
Mhm.
Right.
And
She
she
ain't
was
asked her
treating
no
her-
questions. She just
Yeah,
made
she
hella
didn't ask,
assumptions.
she just looked it up herself, and like, yeah, good for her for trying, but she still went about it the wrong way,
Right.
and she was still ignorant. The thing was her putting her acting like she was a thing to be impressed,
Researched and like
and researched, as opposed to her just being a person. Like
I think what
that's
was
what I don't think
very
people understand about that situation.
Hmm.
But
I
I don't know.
found
I
it,
thought the movie was okay.
I f-
Like, will I
I
watch it
found
again?
it
Probably not.
interesting that I found it interesting that in the a lot of things that women go through when they're like 35 and plus,
Mm.
Jonah Hill in the movie was going through, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
He leaves the synagogue and they're just like, hey, you're getting some pussy?
That was
Hey,
awkward,
the
bro.
doctor
when
was
he
like,
goes-
hey, let me see your dick.
When he-
He was like, let's go to the
It was
bathroom free
like-
of
Let's go to the
charge.
bathroom,
Like,
It was like he's an orthodontist. I was like, oh my god. he
that
was like,
shit was rough.
He
was like, and then
"Oh."
when Jonah was like, no, I'm going to support the court on this, whatever they
Yeah,
need from me.
he's like, I'm gonna support the victims on this one. I know he's with close family friend, but I think I'm gonna support the victims on this one.
And
That
then the
was
mom was just
funny.
like, no, you got to let the law do what it's going to do. He just tried to defile me. Like, what
Yeah.
do you? Okay.
The dad made me laugh though.
Oh,
When
the
he started
exhibit.
playing-
Oh, the exhibit.
When he kept talking about,
Oh
or
my
he started
God. When
playing
he was
ordinary
doing his
people.
speech at the rehearsal, I was like, I know he's not talking
Oh.
about Exhibit. And
I
so
thought
Exhibit, I
they-
think, lived with
I
his
don't know
father.
why
I
they
was
kept
like, what
doing the
fuck?
exhibit joke. I don't know why they kept doing it. I was like, that was stupid. I was like, give us something else to do because that was fun. The ordinary people shit was hilarious.
That was funny.
That was funny.
He was playing that piano though.
Hey,
Cuz was
yeah,
on
he was
point.
on them keys, boy.
That's the dude.
I've been
from,
trying to learn that
that's the dude
song
from,
for about
X-Files.
10 years.
X-Files, yeah.
There was something I
Nia
was
Long
talking to
didn't really have much
Khadijah
to
about
do.
yesterday. What's up?
I said Nia Long really didn't have much to do.
Yeah, she was
Nah,
just there.
she been
They
a
just needed her
busy
in the
woman
cast-
though. She been a
cast
busy
line.
woman though. So
Yeah.
I kind of I get it.
She
She
been in
in like
movies. She
she
got
in
a movie
another
in
movie
theaters
and
right
she
now.
did Best Man Final Chapter.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
was probably
She been
around
grinding.
there, around
Yeah,
that time.
Yeah,
She got Missing out right now. It's called Missing. with
Yeah.
Storm Reed.
Movie or show?
It's called
it's a
it's a
movie, I
movie.
think, right?
It's
It's
called
on
Missing.
Netflix too.
No, it's on theaters.
Oh man, I ain't going to movies.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Niggas is gonna be niggas.
Um, I was talking to
Damn, you
Khadijah.
was quick to call us cheap though.
Y'all some cheap ass niggas. Support
Hey,
Nia Long
man.
in the theaters. You gotta see him
Nah,
in theaters.
man.
That's why we don't.
Nah.
That's how
I
we
ain't
keep
even
from
heard of the
getting
movie.
paid.
It ain't that good if I ain't heard of it before you.
Actually, it's pretty good. It's been
All right,
it's
I'll
got
look
some
at the
good
trailer.
reviews. It's called Missing. sequel.
What the heck was that? Okay. I was talking to KC the other day about the scene in a movie where
Mm.
Lauren London, she didn't get the job, and just I don't remember nobody's names, so excuse
Yeah.
me. It's Lauren London, Jonah here, and Jonah was like, "Yo, I mean, I could hold you down for
Amira.
now."
Her name was Amira.
Amira, thank you, and
And Ezra.
Amira, yes. Amir and Ezra. All right. And so Ezra was like, I can hold you down. And Amir was like, yo, I don't need you to hold me down. I should have had the job. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Do Black.
That's when they mixed up Howard for Harvard.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like,
post
damn.
that scene though. After that.
Yeah, post that. I had a thought like, damn, like, okay. Do Black women, and maybe I'm just thinking real general, but like, do they not want help? Is that not okay? Like a nigga, he was like, "Yo, I don't call somebody up. We can make this happen." And I know you upset. I know she feeling like at the end of the day, I'm the best candidate. Like I should have had the job. But it's like, yo, just let me like help you out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
That was a white privilege thing. That was a white privilege conversation. Cause he can't do that.
Yeah.
She can't.
It's
because,
But my thing is, why not?
I truly get it. I understand her point of view, but I also think of, and I mentioned this to Tyler, like, I'm like, I cannot say that I haven't got jobs because of somebody I knew. Yeah. Like, right? Like, you just need your foot in the door. And I think obviously white privilege is a little more lucrative and like you get a lot more bang for your buck with that. But yeah. But I also think like you have these connects. It's all about networking. So you are just widening your network. I do understand her perspective though on like, I don't need my white husband or fiance to come save the day every time shit's not going my way. And I understand that. But I think, and this is beyond like Black women, this is beyond Black. I just think we got to get out of our own ways. If somebody is lending a helping hand, you got to let that pride to the side and allow them to help you. I said to Tyler, I'm like, it's not even about, cool, you get in the door, right? But it's your work ethic and what you do to back that up. So yes, they put you on, but you want to prove to them, like I got put on because somebody spoke for my work. Like they know my work and they know the energy is matching. Yeah. So I get the white privilege thing, but fuck around.
That's what that part of the movie was. That was because she even said, she's like, oh, well, I can't do that because I'm not going to call mommy and daddy. Like, that's essentially what that was. That's what that scene was for. Yeah, I mean, I thought Mike Epps was funny.
Oh, yeah.
But he always plays that role.
Shout out to Carisha. Shout out to Carisha. Carisha did good. Her wig torn off. She was herself. Yeah. That
part had me cringing. There's a lot of this stuff when the white mom had me cringing. I had to like cover my face.
She was like, wait, the earrings, the chop.
Yeah, it was making me uncomfortable. I was like, oh my God.
No, but that's real shit though.
That really is.
And white women don't. I feel like white women, when they, in their mind, like in the mom's mind, she was fine. She was like, oh, I was being like nice.
She thought
she didn't see anything wrong. And I think that's the problem sometimes is like, they don't see it as being wrong. And so when somebody like Amira did, when she does correct it or name it, and I love the part where she said, oh, and there you go with your white tears. Because I don't get to feel you have to be the victim at all times. Like I can never feel like my feelings are validated, which is real. Like every time I correct you you start boohooing and crying. No, take this feedback and sit in that.
I find it a little crazy though that they got Elaine to do all that only because she's supposed to be Jewish. Now I don't know how Jewish people normally are around Black people, but you would think there's some type of understanding of like, oh, let me try to understand their culture because a lot of people don't understand ours. You know what I'm saying?
They're still white people. They're still white.
No, that's fair, but Jews. I've worked with a lot of Jews. They are different, bro. They different in a good way because they do their work. They don't be BS. They don't BS around. Like they in there to do what they got to do.
To the business.
Yeah, they about the business. You know what I'm saying? So I've always just I was curious about this. Like, yo, you would think like they have a very, very interesting history. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people, most people aren't privy. Yeah, but but they are privy to.
But then you got to break it down to it's a movie. So like that's that you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So like
I think it did the
that's the
job.
comedy. It's supposed to be the Jews
Oh,
versus
it
blacks.
did. It
You know,
Mm.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think when they were at the dinner table talking about, are you comparing the Holocaust to slavery? I was like,
That's a
you know how
debate,
many
though.
times I've been in conversations with friends? I've
They're
literally wrote
both
my
travesties.
dissertation, my research thesis,
Yo, but
my
I thought it
senior
was a
year.
good joke. I thought
It
it was a good
was
joke.
because
When
it's
he
a
was
real,
like,
it's a
black people don't like
real
boats.
thing. We've had those
She was like,
conversations.
Jews don't like trains.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
was
was
like,
meaning.
oh.
Like Eddie Murphy was being an asshole because like that would have been a good moment. Like I know he was against it, but that could have been
Yeah, but
like a
that's the
moment where
moment
like,
where everybody
oh
started laughing.
yeah, because I
like,
was like he was being an asshole. Like
He was
I was.
making it difficult the entire time.
Oh my god, yeah, that's what it was, and he was making it difficult and not being funny. That's what I didn't like about it because he wasn't that funny.
Oh, like it wasn't that balanced. It was just straight
Yeah, like
asshole.
straight asshole. Like even with the bachelor party, that shit could have been funny as hell. Like when they was in the car, the niggas in Paris part, that was
Mhm.
funny. But like then he was being an asshole. But he was being funny in the car. But then in that
first
part, he was
off,
just being a dick to be a
yeah,
dick. Like
because
nobody would do that. Like a normal human
Yeah, and
being
I thought
won't
it
do
was
that.
weird that he was at his bachelor party.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
But
surprised they ain't
that's
try to
funny.
send
That's
like
the
50
joke though that
strippers
he
to
went
him.
with him.
I would have sent like 50 strippers his way. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly though, I
Yeah,
would
and
have
then
tried
you
to
know
Get in
ditch.
what?
my
That's valid because
father-in-law
then
face,
he
man.
just had them standing there in the corner,
Hey,
like you're not
hey,
doing anything, sitting on a couch. Like
this is also the first time that I agree with a white man for cussing out a black man because
Oh, yeah.
Ezra was really being a comedy. Like he
no,
was
but you
being
know what?
so polite.
Ezra was really on point with it when he was like, "I get it that I will never understand your walk of life. Like I will never know
Yeah,
what it feels like to be a black person in this world. I will never get that. But what I do
yeah,
know is what an asshole is, and you've capitalized on that shit, bro.
yeah. Also, I think they're both a little bit too old to not get married because of their parents. Because they both like
But you
in their
got to
30s.
think that no, I think we say that now, but can you imagine like finding the love of your life and your family is just like making it fucking impossible? They're not making it easy. Honestly, I would have just eloped and call it a day. But
Yeah, that's what I'm
they were
saying. Like,
both family. Well, I don't think he was, but I think for Amira, she was so family oriented. Like she
yeah,
gave a fuck about her family a lot. And so I think for her, she just couldn't do it if they weren't on
yeah.
the bandwagon.
I think it should have been younger. If they were both younger when they did this
Mm.
movie, it would have made more sense to me. Cause I'm like, they both like in their 30s. I don't give a fuck if my parents agree with who I'm marrying. I'm 30
You
something
say
years
that.
old.
Some people,
Like,
it's like a big deal for them.
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
guess
tough.
so.
That's tough.
Cause like, but I just feel like after a certain age, it's like
You trying to be on the couch or what?
I'm in charge of the exactly like after
See
a
what I'm
certain
saying?
age. I just feel like after a certain age, like I don't know.
Oh, man.
The wedding
That's
shit at
funny.
the end though was hot.
That was fly.
I
That
feel
shit
like
was
they
that was
kind of
fire.
fly.
rushed the ending. I feel like
No, they
that came,
definitely
that
did
was
because they
rushed.
waited
That was
too long
rushed.
at the end to be like, no, we're gonna break up. They should have did
Yeah,
that a little early
I
in the movie so that the ending could have been, you know what I mean, a little more
I think
zazz.
I think the montage of them falling in love should have been earlier in the movie. I think showing what they were both. It took them too long to meet, and then,
Mm.
like if they shorten that and then because that's why I feel
Yeah,
like
because
they
that
rushed the
first
ending.
date was actually really drawn out.
Yeah, really drawn out, and then
Yeah.
like them before he even met her, like he had a whole thing at the church and a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of scenes at his job, and then
Yeah.
like there was too many individual scenes in them before they met. I think they could have cut that down a little bit because the movie's almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I've
And no
watched
Oh,
it
nigga.
comedy,
twice.
Oh, get out my
no
face with
comedies
that
don't
2
need
hour.
comedies don't need to be that long. A
I've
KC.
watched it
comedy don't
twice
need
though.
to
I don't mind.
a
KC.
comedy don't need to be that long.
This
What
No
you mean?
Clearance movie review. This nigga that got me watching 2.5 hour movies.
See what I'm
And
saying?
But what I'm
Peace out.
saying is,
good lord.
but what I'm saying is that's different for dramas and like for comedies
Hour and a
shouldn't
half.
don't need to be that long. Comedies are usually an hour and a half,
But
hour
it's
45.
rom-com, Jay.
It was
It's
it was
rom-com.
A
good.
rom
I
com's even shorter.
thought
I
it was
enjoyed the
good.
movie. I enjoyed it,
My favorite part had to be where Nia Long, Amira's mother was like, "Baby, go get my purse. I got my slave receipts." Because I want to know if we got the same receipts. So why didn't she go get her purse? Go ahead and grab it. Because shit, I want to know what receipt she got.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine having receipts of this shit? Yeah. So on March 9th, you know,
that table conversation I thought could have been a lot more uncomfortable.
The dinner.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah,
they were playing it cute. They were real cute, Ty.
Yeah.
They was cute.
Yeah,
with
it was. I thought it could have been. That could have been longer. Because then they ended it with him catching the kufi on fire.
Oh my god, the kufi closet. I was like, oh shit, no, she didn't.
Yep. When she was asking questions, that was funny. When she was like, where do you put it? Like on a shelf, the kufi shelf, kufi.
She's like, oh, he has a kufi closet. She was like, no, it's much more respectful than that. Like, I was like, oof. Hate to be. And at the spa, that shit was hilarious.
What happened at the spa?
She was like, hey, I come here all the time.
Oh yeah.
She got the races.
And Amira's in the back like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, oh, here we go. And then the girl works there. I'm like, oh.
Not her trying to be an ally.
But I think that's what she means by like a toy. Like, I'm not this shiny keychain you're like dangling around.
Exactly.